Hello, I welcome you all to this lesson where we are going to learn how to get the data that is given to represent it, or rather to illustrate it in a Venn diagram. So this is a question that we are given here. We are told that 44 farmers planted maize, 32 sweet potatoes, 37 cassava, 14 both maize and sweet potatoes, 24 cassava and sweet potatoes, 20 maize and sweet and cassava, 9 all crops, and 6 did not plant. So 6 did not plant any of the crops. This is the data that we are given. We want to illustrate this in a Venn diagram. So how many crops are we given altogether? We've got maize, sweet potatoes, and cassava. So we've got 3 crops. In other words, we are going to put down 3 sets. So what we need to do, the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to draw the sets like this. This is what you are supposed to do, like this. No condition is given. It is just plain like that. So you do this, then you've got 3 sets. Do this. You do this. This is what you are going to do. So maize, I'm going to do this. This is maize. Then cassava, I'm going to put it here. I will do this. Then sweet potatoes here, I'm going to do this. For sweet potatoes, I'll say SP, like the sweet potatoes. Then I put the E there, showing the universal set. So I'll start with the 6 that did not plant anything. You need to put them outside the sets because these did not plant any of the crops. So this is what you are supposed to do. The first thing, you draw 3 sets because we are given 3 crops. So after you do this, the next thing that you need to do is now you find the people or the number of farmers that planted all the crops. So how many farmers planted all the crops? How many farmers planted all the crops? We are told here 9. These 9 farmers planted all crops. So they planted all the 3 crops. I put the 9 there. Have you seen? So this 9 is intersecting all the 3 crops, meaning these 9 planted all the 3 crops. After you do this, you find those that were planting 2 different crops. So you find those that were planting 2 different crops. So this is what you are supposed to do. So how many were planting 2 different crops? How many planted 2 different crops? How many planted 2 different crops? We have 14 there, showing that 14 planted maize and sweet potatoes. This is the statement there. Have you seen? Let me do this so that you see it like this. We are given that 14 planted both maize and sweet potatoes. Maize and sweet potatoes. Maize is here and sweet potatoes there. So this part here. Are we going to write the 14 there? No. Because this part is intersecting together with a 9. Have you seen? A 9 is also included. So what I'm supposed to do is that 14 minus 9. That is what I'm going to do. 14 minus 9. The answer is 5. Meaning there I need to put a 5. I need to write a 5 there. So a 5 should be written there. That's where I need to put the 5. So I'll put the 5 there. So I put my 5. This is a 5. I put my 5 there. That is a 5 there. Then I continue. Then it's saying 24 cassava and sweet potatoes. 24 cassava and sweet potatoes. So this part is the part that is intersecting this part. Have you seen? Even the 9 is included. So you say 24 minus 9. 24 minus 9, what are you going to get? You're going to get 15. So you put your 15 there. Hope you are seeing the way I'm filling up this Venn diagram. Then we've got 20 that planted maize and cassava. 20 that planted maize and cassava. So 20 minus 9, you get 11. So the 11 is there. So after you do this, then you go to the crops. How many planted maize? How many planted maize? You check. How many planted maize? 44 farmers planted maize. So we are having 44 farmers that planted maize. So what I'm supposed to do now is that I know that 44 farmers planted maize. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say 44 minus the numbers that are already in the maize here. Have you seen here? This is all maize. So I already have these numbers. So 44 minus, I add this. I say, what is 5 plus 9 plus 11? What answer am I getting? I'm getting a 25. So 25 if I add this. So I say 44 minus 25. What answer am I going to get? I'm going to get 19. So meaning the 19 is there. Such that if I add everything that is in this set for maize, I need to get a 44. So if you add 19 plus 5 plus 9 plus 11, you are going to get 44. And I'm told that 32 planted what? Sweet potatoes. 32 planted sweet potatoes here. So I say 32 minus, I add this now. Have you seen I add this part? What is 5 plus? This is sweet potato. So I'm adding everything there. Have you seen? So what is 5 plus 9 plus 15? What answer am I getting? I'm getting 29. So I say 29 minus 29. So 32 minus 29. What answer am I getting? I'm getting 3. So I put my 3 there. This is what I need to do. Then after doing this, I continue where else there is 37 for cassava. 37 planted cassava. Where is cassava? Cassava is here. This is where cassava is. How many? 37. So I say 37 minus. I add everything that is in cassava. This is cassava. I add everything. So if I add, what am I getting? I add 15 plus 9 plus 11. What am I getting? I'm getting 35. So 35 there. So if I subtract, I'm getting a 2. I do this. So I'm done with the Venn diagram. This is how you need to illustrate the information using a Venn diagram. Now, if you've gone through past papers, you will not only end on how to find the Venn diagram, you are going to find out, you will not end on how to illustrate the information in a Venn diagram, but you will also be given some questions down which you need to practice. So questions can be, how many farmers were on this farming block? How many people were on this farming block? So to find the number of people that were on this farming block, you add everything. You add everything there. Plus these 6 that did not plant anything. They were on this farming block, but they decided not to plant anything. So maybe these 6 were very lazy to the point that they didn't want to plant anything. So you add them and include them. So let us add. We'll start with 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 15 plus 19 plus 11 plus 2 plus 6. How many are they? 70 farmers. So we add 70 farmers on this farming block. You just say 70 what? 70 farmers. So 70 farmers were on this farming block. Then if they ask you that how many farmers planted only maize, how many farmers planted only maize? So the people that planted only maize, the farmers that planted only maize, how many were they? Only maize, this is 19. Only, you just pick this one. Have you seen? This is only maize. So 19 what? 19 farmers. This is what you are going to do. So 19 what? 19 farmers planted only maize. Then if they ask you how many planted two different crops, so those that planted two different crops, we are having 11 plus 15 plus 5. You add that. So this plus 5 plus 15, that is 20. 20 plus 11, that is 31. So we add 31 what? 31 farmers that planted two different crops. These are questions that comes together with the Venn diagram. So you need to make sure that you know it and understand it. If you had a question like how many farmers planted only one type of crop, so only one type of crop, you add this plus this plus this. How many farmers planted maize? Only 19. How many farmers planted cassava? Only 2. How many farmers planted sweet potatoes? Only 3. So this is how we get to answer questions. This is what you need to follow and get. So make sure that you understand this part very well, how to fill in the Venn diagram. You just do it the exact way that I did it. So this is what you need to do, and we are going to end here. This is where we are going to end from. Make sure that you understand this part. Thank you so much.